Hey, and welcome to a new video here on the channel. Today, we're going to compare two direct competitors, the iPhone 15 versus the Samsung Galaxy S24. Price-wise, the S24 is slightly cheaper, but a comparison is definitely very exciting. Let's see how they fare against each other. So, let's get started. On my channel, I've already done a comparison between the S24 Ultra and the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Feel free to check that out. Both models have two smartphone variants, the S24 and the S24 Plus, and the iPhone 15 and iPhone 15 Plus. Let's start with the design of the smartphones. Both smartphones have a good form factor, with the S24 having a slightly sharper design than the iPhone. The iPhone feels a bit more comfortable in the hand. The weight of both smartphones is approximately the same, around 170 grams. The controls on both smartphones are easily reachable. The frame of each smartphone is made of aluminum with a matte finish, just like the glass back. This helps prevent fingerprints from showing too quickly. There are multiple color variants available for both, which I will display at this point. Samsung uses Gorilla Glass for the display, while the iPhone uses Ceramic Shield. Both are very durable. Both smartphones start with 128 gigabytes of storage, with options for 256 gigabytes and 512 gigabytes available for both. However, the S24 Plus only offers 256 gigabytes and 512 gigabytes for some reason. There are two display sizes available for each phone, 6.1 and 6.7 inches for the iPhones, while for the S24 and S24 Plus, it's 6.2 and 6.7 inches. The iPhone has a slightly better resolution here, although it's not noticeably different in everyday use. A 6.1-inch display size is very comfortable for everyday use, neither too large nor too small. Those who prefer a larger display may opt for the Plus models. The S24 features an adaptive refresh rate of up to 120 Hz, depending on what you're doing. This is a real advantage when scrolling. You can also set it to 60 Hz, similar to the iPhone. The S24 is slightly brighter, but in terms of colors, black levels, contrast, and viewing angles, both smartphones are excellent. Both smartphones have a flat display with minimal bezels, which I really like. The S24 only has the front camera at the top. The iPhone features the Dynamic Island with several practical software functions and Face ID. This 3D facial recognition is more secure than the Samsung device. However, the Samsung device has a fingerprint sensor in the display that is also very reliable. One thing that stands out immediately is that the iPhone 15 has two lenses, a standard wide angle and an ultra-wide angle, whereas the S24 has three lenses, wide angle, telephoto, and ultra-wide angle. The 10MP telephoto lens is only available on the S24, allowing you to get much closer to objects. It provides optical 3x magnification with a maximum digital zoom of up to 30x. In comparison, the iPhone offers a maximum digital zoom of only 5x, which is quite limited. Most people tend to use the main camera and ultra-wide angle in their daily lives, so let's take a look at some sample images. These images are not edited and are straight from the camera. The iPhone offers the option to capture images at 24 megapixels instead of 12 megapixels, providing more detail. However, both smartphones allow you to select the full resolution of 48 or 50 megapixels, respectively. Both smartphones capture really good images with vibrant colors, strong contrast, and sharpness. However, I must say that sometimes I prefer the overall package of the iPhone images, as they tend to be more true to reality and sharper in some situations. The S24's images sometimes have overly saturated colors, but overall, you get a better package due to the three camera lenses. However, feel free to form your own opinion on the quality. You can pause the video and compare more closely if you'd like. One feature that is exclusive to Samsung is Galaxy AI. Samsung has placed a lot of emphasis on this, and it offers some really practical AI functions. For example, if a picture is taken at an angle and you want to remove an object from it, the AI can fill in the missing parts seamlessly, which works extremely well. Similarly, with videos, you can simply tap on the video and it will turn into slow motion. I also find the live translation feature during phone calls quite cool. If you're speaking with someone in another language, the spoken words are translated live, allowing for seamless communication. This is something that isn't available on the iPhone yet, but hopefully will come with iOS 18. Moving on to performance, the iPhone is equipped with the A16 Bionic chip and 6 GB of RAM, while the S24 features the Samsung Exynos 2400 chip with 8 or 12 GB of RAM. However, I can say this much, both systems run very reliably in everyday use, but the iPhone has a bit more power. A very significant and important aspect is, of course, the software. However, I don't want to declare a clear winner here because there isn't one. You have the choice between iOS 17 and Android 14 with One UI. Both are good systems, and I can say that I find the Samsung interface even more appealing compared to previous years. Android is a bit more customizable than iOS, although you can already do a lot with both. But everyone should decide for themselves. Some prefer working with iOS, while others prefer Android. It's also a matter of habit. Personally, I find both systems very easy to use in everyday life, but since I also use other Apple devices, the ecosystem integration is naturally better there. Software updates have also improved with Samsung, offering 7 years of software and security updates. The situation is similar with the iPhone. A quick note on battery life. On paper, Samsung devices have better performance. I must say, with normal usage, I found both smartphones to last me through the day. The 120Hz feature on the S24 does drain the battery a bit more. Battery life has been improved compared to previous models, but if you want to be on the safe side, opting for the Plus model would be wise. Now let's conclude our comparison. Both, in my opinion, are top smartphones. Particularly in terms of display, the S24 takes the lead, while in other aspects, the iPhone 15 shines. However, there are a few points in favor of the S24, such as the 120Hz display and better zoom capabilities in the camera. On the other hand, advantages of the iPhone include the more comfortable design, the Apple ecosystem, and the battery life, especially in the Plus model. I hope I could provide you with a good overview and comparison. Feel free to share your opinion in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.